everyone, welcome to Wild Flora. On this channel I normally talk all about my crocheting projects, but I have not been crocheting in a while. I have actually recently picked up knitting, which I'm super excited about because it's something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. One of my goals is to be able to knit my own garments, so this is definitely the first step to getting to that. And I wanted to share with you what I'm currently working on, and my first official project has been a pair of vanilla socks, and I used the tutorial from Crazy Sock Lady. She has a pattern and then she also has a video to help you when you are working on the pattern, because as a beginner, I'm definitely not comfortable with just looking at a pattern and being able to knit something up. There was a lot of different terms that I'm not used to, so it was really nice to be able to look at her video and also knit at the same time. And oh, let me show you guys my project bag. This is my project bag. It's a canvas bag with a picture of my son on his first birthday, and I love it so much, and it keeps all of my yarn together and I'm not losing things, and my son isn't grabbing for, you know, the balls of yarn and throwing it all over the place because he is a wild little 2-year-old. And I also, within the bag, I have multiple bags. So like these are like old makeup bags. There's this one here and then this one as well, so I don't lose things. These are the vanilla socks. Well, one sock because I've only done one so far. And it is made out of 100% merino wool. I think it's superwash merino wool. This is the ball of yarn, and it's from Hobby Lobby. It is fingering weight yarn. I love this color. It's very nice. I'm loving it so far. I believe it's called second sock syndrome, when you just don't want to knit the second one. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I just don't know when I'm going to do it. I have so many other projects that I want to work on, so this one's kind of taking a back seat. Maybe by winter time I'll pick up this again and work the second pair. I used 2.25 circular needles. I think the size was 9-inch, and I really loved working with that. I know you can do socks in a bunch of different types of needles. You could do like DPNs or magic loop, and that definitely looks super interesting to me because I want to be able to knit a pair of socks for my son and daughter, and they've got itty bitty little feet. So I don't think the 9-inch circulars would work well for that. And I'm not a huge fan of the DPNs. When I was working on the toe part, my fingers hurt so bad, so I don't think I'm gonna be picking up DPNs again. So that's this project. And then I got inspired to do another pair of socks, and I decided to do a like a shorter cuff, and I did like an ankle, I believe they're ankle socks. And I did it in this color here. It is 100% Australian wool. I think that's what the label said. It was from Spin Cycle, and the color was Meadows. I actually picked out this color for Mother's Day. I originally had picked out a different color. I didn't like it, so then I went back to the store and picked out this color. Oh, oops, totally dropped my yarn in the dirt, darn. So I picked out this color, and then I started working with it, and then I very soon realized that I do not like this wool. It is so rough and so scratchy. It's not enjoyable. And I was watching a YouTube video from, I think her name is Summerlee Designs. She like is a sock designer. She has a bunch of different patterns, and she was talking about how if the sock isn't enjoyable, she's not having a good time, she'll just scrap it and like move on. It's like pointless to keep going. And I'm thinking I might just do that because I'm not liking this at all. This yarn is just so rough in comparison to this one, because this one is superwash. So I know superwash is a lot softer, obviously, but you can just kind of tell from here. Here, let's see if the lighting, oh. I think I just prefer a superwash or just a merino wool, because this one was just too scratchy. I don't think I'm gonna be finishing up this sock, even though the color is just absolutely beautiful. They're just pretty green colors, but I don't know. I'm not enjoying it, so I don't think I'm gonna pick it up. So next I picked up this book called The Knitter's Book of Wool at my public library because I wanted to learn a little bit more about wool and how it works, how it is sheared from the sheep and turned into a beautiful skein of yarn. And I'm very interested in learning how the yarn interacts differently when you are knitting it, because just from these two projects that I've worked on, I can already tell that there's such a difference in the type of wool that I used. One was super rough and the other one was super soft. So I'm just super interested in learning about that. I have no idea how all of that works. So this book is definitely going to be very helpful for me. And I also picked up another ball of yarn, and I got this one at Michael's. It is 75% wool and 25% nylon, and it is sock yarn, variegated, and this one is going to be a pair of socks for my son. And I believe I'm going to be trying out the magic loop for his sock. I haven't ordered the needles, but I most likely will be this week, so that way I can give it a shot and see how it goes. So I'm very excited to do that because I want to make him a pair of socks with this one, and then my daughter a pair of socks with this one, so her and I can have matching socks, which I think is so cute. The last project is another fun project that I'm working on for my daughter. It is going to be a pair of dungarees, which is overalls, and I found the pattern from Love, I think it's called Love Knitting Magazine. I found it on the Libby app, which is connected to your library, and you can check out books through them, and they have lots of knitting patterns that you can look at through the magazines, and I found this one on there. I will post a photo here of it because it was so beautiful. As soon as I saw it, I knew that I wanted to make her a pair. And the only downfall to these magazines, especially if you're a beginner like me, it's really hard to learn a pattern just from reading it. I feel like I need like a video to be able to see the different things that are going on in the pattern. Like in this pattern, there's increases and there's just a bunch of different things that I'm not used to. So this is what it looks like so far. I don't know if you can really tell. Let's see what's going on. It's a very, very beautiful pattern. I believe it's got, you know, knit and then pearls. It's so beautiful, and it keeps me busy for sure as I'm learning about it. And the yarn that I'm using is also from Hobby Lobby. It is a very beautiful variegated color, but I wanted to talk about some of the issues that I'm having when it comes to knitting, because I'm very quickly learning that I do not like acrylic, that I would prefer to work with a natural fiber like cotton, wool, and I somehow keep gravitating towards acrylic yarns, and I tell myself, like, I am solely going to be working with natural fibers because this project is going to take me at least a month long, and I want it to be something that will last forever, and that if my daughter wants to, she can totally pass this down as an heirloom. So I'm wondering if I should scrap this project and just order the yarn that I wanted to work with in the beginning, or just keep going and see where it takes me, because I love this pattern. And it is so complicated, I cannot figure it out for the life of me. So that's my issue when it comes to like acrylic and polyester yarns. I just don't know what to do. Sorry about that tangent. I'm not sure if anyone else feels the same way as me. And I will post right here the yarn that I originally wanted, and I think it is so beautiful, and it's a bamboo wool blend. And I believe it was like a beautiful lilac color with like white details on the bottom. I didn't say which needles I was using. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. I'm just having so much fun with knitting. It's such a whole new skill to me, so the world has opened up to so many different vocabulary words that I've never heard of, never used. With crocheting, I totally understand it, but with knitting, it is all so brand new to me. So if I got anything mixed up today, I am so sorry, especially to the experienced knitters that know what they're doing. And the needles that I'm using are 4mm Chiagu, and I think they're 40 inch, and I actually bought these for another project that I want to work on. As you can see, I am so excited about learning to knit. It is just such a fun new skill, and it has opened up a whole new world for me. I mean, there are just so many different garments that you can knit, and you only have so much time to work on something, so we'll see what I get to this summer. My goal is to at least fully finish one project, so I can share with you what I have finished and what I haven't. I will talk to you guys all very soon. Take care. Bye.